Hello everybody, my name is Dratnos, and welcome to some PTR testing. This is the first boss of the raid, Gnarlroot, being tested on heroic difficulty, first testing of the cycle. Very laggy testing, so we were able to get it down. We're not sure exactly what it was. I've heard there was a trinket that was causing lag. But yeah, this was heroic testing. We're all scaled to eye level 449, which is a little bit higher than people are on live, but is, of course, 26 eye levels below heroic, 39 eye levels lower than mythic. So what's going on in this fight? The boss spawns these flowers in like an X pattern around it, and then you can use these controlled burn circles to, if you hit any of those flowers, it will uproot them, and then you can kill them. If you don't do that, those flowers will be getting uprooted in the intermission later. There's also this Tortured Scream that does some raid damage and leaves behind a dot on the raid. And there's also a stacking debuff with every successful auto attack on a tank. So you can see here more of the ad spawning. We have the boss pulled over to the side of the room for two reasons. One is that it makes them clump instead of spawning in an X, right? One of the wings of the X or two of the wings of the X kind of get nice and stacked up. So you can see we have a bunch of the ads all sort of stacked up on top of each other. But we also were using a new strat that we tried out here where we were trying to not really hit all these ads under boss either. We were just leaving a bunch for the intermission because our plan was going to be to kill them all during the intermission. But other than that, it's a boss that does very, very little other stuff. There's the Shadow Flame Cleave frontal where it picks a direction, does a frontal, you get out of it, that aims at a random person, and there's like a tank blast in addition to the debuff. So here's the intermission. When the boss reaches 100 energy, it runs to the middle of the room, which you get some free DPS time if you have the boss over at the side, uproots all of these lashers, puts a 99% damage reduction on itself, does damage to the raid for each lasher that it uproots, although not that much damage, and then it creates these roots and starts shooting out these fire swirlies. So what happens is if you soak one of these fire swirlies, you'll get 5 stacks of a debuff. You can see me having it here, and I'm getting my stacks ticked down to 2 because I went and ran over these roots. When you touch one of the root segments, you will set it on fire if you have a stack of the fire debuff. And so that's the way this works, right? You grab the fire, you run around. If you run right under the middle of the boss, you get slowed and you take some damage. So you're supposed to kind of go around or split into quadrants or something. You burn all the roots, and then the boss takes double damage for 20 seconds and is stunned. And you just nuke the boss from existence while you're doing that. And yeah, then it goes back into phase 1, and you repeat this until the boss dies. Not much else mechanically going on here. This is the heroic version of the fight. So when there's a mythic testing, which there will be of this boss, every boss except for Fyrak is being tested on both heroic and mythic and normal and LFR. So I'll be putting up a video for this on mythic as well, where there are a couple of changes. But, it's a first boss. It's likely to be relatively simple. And one thing that I like about this is that the abilities show up nicely on the ground here. This is a red on blue is so much nicer than, purple on purple, the Sarkareth special, blue on blue, the Razagat special, red on red, the Sire Denathria special. But here, all these abilities are nice and extremely well telegraphed and visible. So I like that about this and the next boss fight in this raid as well. That is pretty much all there is, though, to Gnarlroot, so I guess no reason for this video to go on all that much longer. Hope you've enjoyed it. I will put a playlist together of the 10.2 raid testing videos, so you can click that in the description below if you want to watch all of them in order, and yeah, that will work out. I'll also link the playlist of my 10.2 news videos, and I may create some videos with some M+ testing as well. Not sure yet about that. But yeah, that's all there is to the rest of this fight. Just rinse and repeat. Kill the boss before the next intermission or after the intermission. I think, I'm not sure if we got the next intermission here or not. Yeah, the boss is almost 100 energy. Let's see, I forget how this one ended. You can see we've got a couple people dead. New ping feature, by the way, very good when there is a dead holy priest. You ping the angel. And yeah, okay, I think this time we got the intermission, we did the intermission, and then we killed the boss. You could certainly, with tuning of this testing, skip the second intermission. But I suspect that it's somewhat undertuned for testing because, especially with our item level, I feel like this was it's probably going to end up feeling a little bit harder than this, even on heroic, even for a first boss. If you're coming in at 449 instead of 460ish, which I think a lot of us will be by the time we're starting this raid on heroic. But yeah, that is this boss. Burn the roots, kill the boss, slam some extra damage into the boss during the damage amp. I tried to get over there with my double jump, then I ran out of my fire before I really could try, but maybe it's possible to get over if I'd played it better. But yeah, there's the roots are actually terrain, which makes it kind of hard to get through. A few abilities work, but at least the way I was double jumping there did not. But yeah, then boss gets stunned, and during that stun, even though it looks like it's got a lot of health, it just disappears so quickly because it is taking 100% increased damage. Breath of Eons is on it. And once that pops, the boss dies. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.